Good morning, NPC. I'm Hayden Kohler.
I'm Jonathan Walters.
Welcome to NPCNN.
If you haven't already heard, tomorrow the high school students will be learning remotely, and here to give some more instructions is Mr. Mullenkamp.
Hi everyone, just want to go over a couple of instructions for you as we slide over for a brief period of time into remote learning. I know many of you, probably about half of you this year, have had at least some experience of remote learning. So you know that it looks a little different in 2020-21 than it did this past spring. First thing is that it's a regular school day. We're going to go through 7 periods. You'll go from class to class. Instead of walking into the room, you'll join the Google Meet by putting in your teacher's last name. Like I said, many of you have been doing this for much of the year, but for those who haven't, it's a pretty simple process. You type in your teacher's last name. As long as you're logged into your school computer with your school email, you'll jump right into that meet with all your other classmates. We'll go through 7 periods on chapel days. We'll even have a little break where we do live chapel during that time as well. So it's synchronous as opposed to asynchronous learning this time around. You will also participate in the class. Attendance is going to be taken every hour. We're expecting your video to be on as you join and as you exit the class. And then in between, when you're speaking or when you're part of a group discussion, I know that there are times when just the teacher is talking or when it's just time to work where you won't have to have your video on. But we're asking that you start and end every class that way, that there's at least that point of connection between you and your teacher by being able to see and communicate that way. We also ask when you got your video on, make sure that you've gotten yourself up and gotten yourself ready to go for the day. You're dressed, you're not in bed, you're in a position where you can do some active learning. Doesn't necessarily have to have your shirt and tie on, but at the table or at a desk or at some sort of area where you can do some productive academic work while you're in that class. And then you'll complete your schoolwork and you'll get work pushed to you through Schoology as before. Those main methods that we use, Schoology, Google Meets, and school email will still be the things that we ask for, not text messages or other means of communication for schoolwork. And I know there are teachers who are accepting some work through Google Drive, which is also a great way to do that. So if you're actually sick and you can't attend school for a day, I know this might seem weird, but you'll call into the office and you will communicate with your teachers and let them know you're actually not attending that day because you're ill. And then you'll end up watching the videos like you have in the past if you've missed a class and doing the work on your own time. But we otherwise expect students to be present during those 7 periods over the course of a day and to remote in. And teachers will keep their Google Meets open so that kids can join. And obviously, we know there'll be some glitches in this process as there always are, but we'll work together and show grace on each side to try to pull off this short period of time where we have to be remote. We look very much forward to in a couple of weeks being able to safely and healthily resume our live in-person instruction. Thanks, guys, and thanks especially to the teachers who have gone so far above and beyond this year to pull off a great school year.
Do you have stuff in the locker room? If so, it needs to be taken out, otherwise it will be thrown away.
Are you interested in the play The Longest Day of April? Auditions will now be done virtually because we're not going to be in school. They'll be done this week. Sign up today.
Would you be willing to help out with Operation Christmas Child? If you'd like to bring in items for a child, you may still do that and till Friday this week, and you may drop them off at the school or send them with a middle school sibling. And all donations items must be brought in by Friday.
Are you thankful for something and want to express your gratitude? Well, we're going to be taking videos and compiling them for the Thanksgiving Day Chapel. So, if you're thankful for something and you want to express that, let us know and we can help you. That's all we have for today, NPC. I'm Hayden Kohler.
I'm Jonathan Walters.
Thanks for watching.